What is going on, everybody? So if you can't tell by my t-shirt, I'm going to be talking about Lightyear today. I am a big fan of Disney Pixar. I've said this before on my channel multiple times. I am an adult child, and this is a film, honestly, that I was not really that interested in seeing. I have the AMC Stubs membership card, and so sometimes I'll go watch films that might not be something that I'd be like, run to the theater and go see. I felt like on the surface that this felt like a cash grab from Disney, and I'm pleasantly surprised to say this movie was a fucking blast. I'm not really sure why people are hating on it so much, and I'll talk more about it in the review. Lightyear is directed by Angus MacLane. Legendary space ranger Buzz Lightyear embarks on an intergalactic adventure alongside a group of ambitious recruits and his robot companion Socks. This movie starts off with a title card that says, in 1995, Andy got a Buzz Lightyear toy, and this was the film that it was based off of. And you're jumped into this scenario where Buzz lands on this planet, and he's with this woman named Hawthorne, and he goes out onto this planet to explore. They're trying to see whether or not this place is inhabitable. They have all these scientists in the spaceship that are in cryo sleep. They go out and investigate, and there's all these like vines that are attacking them and these bug creatures, and they essentially say that the planet is too dangerous to inhabit. So they get back on the ship, and they try to fly off, and Buzz, instead of taking the automated pilot's help, decides to try to save the day on his own, and he ends up screwing up. The plane hits, and it screws up to where they don't have hyperspeed, so they can't get away from the planet. They're stuck, and they're stranded. So the entire film at the beginning is them trying to figure out how to get off this planet by using hyperspeed. And when Buzz does it the first time, he's gone for 4 minutes, but when he comes back, he finds out that he's been gone for 4 years. Every time he goes to try to do this to save these people, that he's going to lose 4 years plus of his life because of whatever the mathematical equation is. And that was probably my biggest issue with the film, is that the introduction into getting you into what the main part of the movie is, it's kind of silly, but I mean, it's a Disney movie. I mean, what more do you want? It's gonna be silly, especially based off this very ridiculously over-the-top premise. And so what ends up happening is Buzz goes through, this Commander Hawthorne is like best friend, been there for him through everything, and is the character that's been going around in the news because it is the lesbian character that this film introduces. She has like 4 or 5 scenes that where Disney, if they want to chop it out to send it to China, they can, because China bans all of that content because they're horrible. She's a really well developed and really great character, and he ends up going to where she's literally living her entire life while he's gone. And so what the movie ends up being is, after he goes multiple times, someone else ends up taking over and says, hey, we're not doing this anymore. You're not going to try to figure out how to get this formula so that the ship can be in hyperspeed. We've been here for forever. We've built this colony on the planet. Everybody's living their lives here. We're just going to now focus our energy on protecting ourselves from these outside people and move on from there. Well, Buzz is still traumatized from this. He ends up deciding, I'm going to sneak away and do it on my own. He does, and when he gets back to the planet, he finds out that it's being taken over by Zurg and his minions, and that's where he runs into Captain Hawthorne's granddaughter, who then, her and her ragtag group of companions are there to help him save the day. So like I said, the beginning of the film takes a little bit of its time to kind of get going. There's some heartwarming moments in it, though, that keep you engaged, and I felt like that it was pretty well executed for the most part. And once Captain Hawthorne's daughter is introduced, her character is very interesting, and her dynamic with Buzz Lightyear is really great. I felt like her and Taika Waititi's character and this whole like ragtag band of misfits who have to get together to save the planet, it was just really entertaining and fun, and it was one of those things where all the little adventures they were going on together kept me engaged, and I had so much more fun with this than I have in a lot of the recent Disney films that have come out. The character Socks that's introduced, who is this robotic cat that once Buzz comes back after being gone for 4 years, it's supposed to be like an emotional companion who helps him overcome the trauma of losing out on 4 years being around all these other people where he doesn't age. Their dynamic's really funny. There's a lot of really great punchlines with that character that I appreciated. But yeah, so all those character dynamics are really great. And then I want to talk about Chris Evans as Buzz Lightyear. I felt like he did a fantastic job. There are moments where you can almost feel like he's doing Tim Allen impressions that just just come across really well. He's very committed to the character. He does a really great job. And all the other voice actors in the film are great. Keke Palmer, who plays the young Hawthorne granddaughter, does a good job. Taika Waititi, obviously, is hilarious. There's so many great voice actors in this film that I feel like really carry it along and make it so much more engaging. Also, the animation in this is gorgeous. I was a huge fan of the way that they did this like live rendering of the Buzz Lightyear character. It was really unique and it felt like a really great science fiction film, just like so much fun. And I know there's a lot of people complaining about the twist in the third act. I thought it was fun and I thought it was a little dark for a kids movie, and I was glad to see it kind of take that sort of spin. Overall, I don't have a lot much more to say about it because I just thought that it was a lot of fun and I think people should go watch it. I think if you're a fan of the Toy Story franchise and you have any sort of attachment to the Buzz Lightyear character, I went back because I did the Pixar review list a long time ago. I think this ended up being like 11th or 12th on my list, so it's still like middle of the pack. It's not like my favorite, but it's better than a lot of movies in Pixar's catalog. And then one other thing I did want to say, the Michael Giacchino's score to this film is fantastic. I was really enthralled by it and it created this atmosphere that I really enjoyed. And like I said, not sure where all the hate's coming from on this film, but I would go check this one out. So have you seen Lightyear? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Leave me a comment down below and let me know what you thought. I thought this movie was great. I really enjoyed it. I thought the characters were great. I thought it was cool to see representation in the film for a lesbian character from Disney, even though it was minute. It's a step in the right direction. They need to keep pushing for inclusivity in their films. As always, if you can like the video and subscribe to the channel, it helps me out a lot and lets me know the type of content you're looking for. I'm always putting out new material and look forward to getting more out for you in the near future. And as always, everyone, thank you so much for watching and have a great rest of your day.